Hey everybody out there in Tankland, welcome back to another World of Tanks commentary with me, your host, Syndex, but you can call me Andy. And today we have an M24 Chaffee replay on Westfield. And before we get too far, I just wanted to go over the ammo setup I have on the Chaffee. And you can see I have 40 AP default ammunition loaded, 15 APCR, and 5 HE. And all of these ammo types serve a certain purpose, specific purpose, and 40 AP, that's generally just for normal combat situations. With this 135 pen gun, it really is enough to kind of handle anything that gets thrown at you, at least in the side and rear armor, which this tank is very good at getting to. 15 APCR rounds, just in case I can't always get to the rear of certain tanks. If I need to penetrate that frontal armor, or maybe there's some tanks out there, maybe I'll come across some tier 10s where the rear and side armor does need a little bit more penetration to get through, and that's what I use that for. And the HE primarily used to reset cap points if someone is capping our point or capping a neutral point. I like to have HE in every tank so as to have some potential definite damage, such as damaging an external module. Zero damage pens to the actual tank, but damaging a module will reset a cap, and that's why I like to have those loaded on every tank I take with me. So I get up here in this bush at the beginning on Westfield to do a little passive scouting with the Chaffee, and I do a very bad job, as you're about to see, because I see this PZ-38 in A, and passive scouts are not supposed to fire. And as you can see right there, I fire my gun. What happens? Sixth sense goes off, somebody sees me, and pretty much my passive scouting is over with a damaged gas tank, and the Super Pershing tracked me, and I now have no repair kit in the first 2 minutes of the game. Not my proudest moment. But after I have done a little passive scouting at the beginning of games, I do like to turn the Chaffee into a light flanking combat tank, which I think it shines in that role. And as you can see, what I like to do on this map especially is the heavies and the TDs get started at the top of the hill, and they start to engage each other inside that town. Well, I like to drive over from the valley side of the map, get up here on top of this hill in this town, and start poking some ribs, shooting the side and rear armor of these bigger guys, while they are too focused on our heavies and tank destroyers. And it doesn't actually look like our side is doing too good, so they could potentially use my help with my 135 pen machine gun. And as you can see, I see this T-43, and he does not see me, so I am able to get to his side armor and his rear armor, put a couple shots in him, and he's out. And looks like I've gathered the attention of some other tanks. As you can see, shells flying all around me. So I go to find some more side and rear armor, and that I can put some holes into. Tiger 2, non-penetrating hit there. Another one, and third one is a charm. T-34. Nope, look at this side armor. Just gonna poke holes in it all day. Little holes, but holes nonetheless. A lot of little holes will amount up to some decent damage. And let's see here. I got a KV-4 on the other side of this indestructible house. Once again, if you're gonna drive light tanks, tier 5 light tanks, scouts, anything like that, know which houses cannot be driven through, because those houses are going to be your friends. Rear armor of this KV-4, side armor of this KV-4, hitting some tracks, poking some holes, and running into dead tank husks. That wasn't actually part of the plan, but it still happens sometimes. There you go, another hole in the back of the turret. Didn't quite get one there on the side of the turret. And now he's looking towards me. I think he's getting a little annoyed, which who wouldn't be when a little bumblebee tank is putting holes in you. Looks like he's still looking at me. Not gonna lie, at this point in the replay, I did have something cooking in the oven, so I immediately got up to go get it so as to not burn my tasty meal, which is why I'm not moving very much at the moment. But there's no tank spotted, so it's not a big deal. And then I come back, and just in the nick of time, because an SU-122-44 is creeping up on me. Tank destroyer. Now, I love it when I engage a tank destroyer, because the nimbleness and quickness of these light tanks can just dance around them all day, usually. SU-122-44, Tier 7 premium tank destroyer for the Soviets, is actually rather quick and nimble himself, so I do have to be careful with him, especially when he's got a KV-4 who's actually backing him up. Luckily, my artillery is doing a good job of keeping him at bay, and I'm able to get around the SU-122-44 and do what the Chaffee does best: dance around him, put holes in the rear, start fires, and take out Tier 7 tank destroyers with the help of some artillery there, which was actually a little close for comfort. I don't much care for it when artillery fires at something that I'm putting a hurt on within, 5 meters. A little scary there, friendly Artie. Be careful with your light tanks. If they have the job taken care of, try not to shoot them. It has happened a number of times. Alright, I got a T-29 behind me and a KV-4 in front of me, but luckily the KV-4 is on fire due to some help from teammates. So now I can focus on the T-29 and try and get behind some cover. Now, this T-29 is facing me, and he's got 43 hit points left. This is one of those times where you are going to potentially need to load some gold rounds. As you can see here, I missed because I'm shooting a dead tank. I see him, get one shot on him, 0 damage pen. 2 shots on him, 0 damage pen. Quickly load up that gold round. Frontal plate armor is nothing. Take out that 43 hit points. It's kind of a clutch maneuver there because, oh, Artie, incoming. Look out. That's one of those moments where it is necessary to load up a gold round, and it's always nice to have that option. My tank has taken quite a beating. I'm sitting at 3% health. Looking for artillery. Looking for the other 2 mediums left. Pretty sure that Pershing, the Super Pershing that tracked me at the beginning, is obviously still around. M41 in my sights. Whenever I'm engaging Artie head-on, I like to go in a zigzag motion from side to side, because they lose so much accuracy when they are rotating their gun and their hull. So that's a little tactic I like to try. It doesn't always work. I still get nailed sometimes by artillery, and it's a little frustrating, but as you can see, I'm kind of going side to side here, changing up my path. That one was close, but I'm still getting shots on him with this machine gun that the Chaffee has. Just ridiculous, the rate of fire on this thing. This is actually with the rammer on, and it only gives you 0.3 seconds quicker reload time. So I actually switched back to coated optics because that just wasn't enough for me. It didn't seem to make that big of a difference. As much of a difference as 40 meters more of sight range. So here's that T-2064 Super Pershing. I think he's looking at me, so I get behind this indestructible building. Poke out, see if I can't help take him out still, which is actually kind of risky. Fire a shell at him. Hit him one more time before my Jagdpanther takes him out. I'm pretty sure the Jagdpanther picked up a lot of the kills that I helped him with, so yeah, he actually got 6 kills there. Let's take a look at the post-game report. 48,460 credits, 2,326 experience. That's just with the premium modifier of the 1.5. Orlick's medal and a Confederate medal, because I think I hit about, looks like about 10 tanks I did damage to down there. Look at the team. 1,551 XP with no modifiers and 2 medals. Good enough for the battle hero status in that game. And look at the details. I profited 34,498 credits, which isn't too uncommon with the Chaffee, but of course this was with a bonus weekend. 2,278 damage dealt by me, 1,279 damage upon detecting. Not too shabby. Hope you enjoyed the replay. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, hit the button that says so.